My name is Jill Leauber Marsteller. I'm a member of the class of 1978, and I'm Senior Vice President for Advancement here at Ursinus College. So in the 1980s, Phil Berman, who was a class of 36 member, he only came to school here for 6 months. He used to ride down on the train with Ruth Harris, our Dean of Women, before she was a Dean of Women, when they were both classmates. And along the way, Phil married Muriel, and they decided to collect art because Muriel saw a picture of a house in, I think it was Architectural Digest, and it was a round house, and she said she wanted a house like that. So, of course, they built the house. And when it was finished, Muriel looked around and said, "This doesn't look like the house in the magazine." And Phil said, "Well, that's because there's no art in it." And when they collected art, they didn't just collect art. They traveled to meet the artist. They learned everything they possibly could. And Muriel was all about the art of history. So everything they collected had a story. And Phil was about the art of the deal. And together they were just an amazing winning combo. When they approached Ursinus, they suggested that they would endow the first directorship and give us a significant long-term loan of great works of art and the largest Chadwick collection of sculptures in the world to this day. And in exchange, the college would then recreate the snack bar into the museum. And for older alums, they would know it as the old library. It was a perfect setting. Phil had a keen eye, and thankfully the board and the college under Dick Richter's leadership were wise enough to do that arrangement. And Phil always used to say he would know how successful we were by how worn out the welcome mats were at the end of each year, because to him, having owned Hess Brothers department store, that meant traffic in his industry. I'm pleased to say we've gone through many welcome mats throughout the years. And I think that at the time, Dick Richter, who grew up in Montclair and understood this area, the pharmaceutical industry was moving in. Roan Palunk Rohr was the first one to come. And they actually were looking to settle close to a college because it would offer their employees culture and vibrancy without having to travel into Philadelphia, because we had cultural programs, we had guest lecturers, and then to have the museum was a real added bonus for us. So Dick recognized that there weren't going to be cornfields here forever, and that if we had a door that opened to the external community, it would only bode well for everyone. And we've got many friends of Ursinus who did not go to school here, who have been generous with their time and their talents and their treasures, and the museum has been a significant door through which they enter. Externally, it connects us to Philadelphia and many other art museums around the world. We've loaned to the Louvre. We have a wonderful director in Charlie Steinbach. We had an initial director named Lisa Temper Barnes, who was also outstanding. And this puts Ursinus on the map. We're only 2 accredited museums in Pennsylvania, colleges and universities. We are one of them. And it's just a real gem and real distinctive aspect of the Ursinus College community.